Hey y'all, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to take a few minutes and show you how I organize my pantry. Erin and I actually worked on this on New Year's Day, and what I ended up doing was researching a little bit to see kind of how other people do it, what method they use, and 99% of the people actually take everything out of the pantry so that then they know what they've got, get rid of expired items, and it's also good because then you can see what type of organizational containers you need. And you'll see in a minute when I do show that I went to the Dollar Tree and Walmart, and I'll show you the things that I got. And the thing from Walmart is a splurge, which I'll tell you how much I paid for that in just a minute. Anyway, I do end up pulling everything out, and it was total chaos. You'll see at the end, my kitchen was a total wreck, but it was actually quite funny. And I will say here too, this next like 6 or 8 minutes is me just pulling stuff out. So if this like stuff bores you, you can just fast forward to about the 8 or 9 minute mark and see the rest of it. But this was actually good to go through and take everything out, get rid of expired items. You'll see here that my floor was nasty, so I got to vacuum it out and mop it. And it was great to put everything back together in order that made sense and to get rid of stuff that I didn't need. For example, the books. I don't need them in the pantry. I need them where I can get to them quicker and easier. The baby stuff was just kind of all over the place in the pantry, in a cabinet, and I want Erin and Travis and the baby to always feel welcome. So I wanted the baby to have her own shelf of stuff that was just for her. And one other thing I'm real excited about, and you'll see that in a minute, is that when I put everything back together, I have kind of a baking section, and I really enjoy baking, so that will be really good and useful. Um, we have done this now to tonight's January 18th, and we've maintained it fairly well. Sometimes when we get busy or we've come back from the grocery store, we might throw things in a little haphazard, but for the most part, we've kept it very organized, and that part's really nice too. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you here for a minute just so you can enjoy this clearing out of the pantry, and I'll give you another update in just a second. I've cleaned everything out except for my nanny's cookbooks. They're in the box and in that little crock. That came directly from her house, and I want to do something like make a binder or even a little book of her recipes and cookbooks so that I can share those with my cousins. So that's a project I want to work on in the future. Anyway, this is what I took out. And again, it's kind of in group breakfast. You'll see peanut butter. You see all the jars here. Everything's kind of grouped together, so it'll be easier to put back in the pantry. And again, I'm not showing you a lot of detail of putting it back in the pantry, and you'll see why in a minute. It's crazy. But here I'm about to tell you what I'm going to get at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I want to show you the things that I got. The basket in the back I got from Walmart. Everything else over to the red fabric I got at the Dollar Tree. And I want to show you some of this stuff. So these were there's two in a pack, clear cutting boards that I figured I could use on my wire, on top of my wire cabinets. And then I can use these, side by side and have additional storage behind it, or, on top of it. And then I got these things because I thought, well, I can use these to raise some of the cans that I have. And I may not keep this blue because I thought, well, I want to go with like a color theme. But when I was there, they didn't have any of these in clear, and they didn't have another white one. And I ended up going to another Dollar Tree, and they also did not have a white one. Now, these things over here on the right of the red fabric are things that I thought I could use that I found around my house. So this thing here, Erin was going to throw away a few weeks ago, and my hoarder self was like, eh. So I'm glad that we kept it. And then this is a tea thing that I got when I was totally into TikTok. And it doesn't have like the separated things, and it's kind of too short, so they lean back. But I ended up buying that, and I've had it. But I thought these would go really well beside them, so I'd have even more, because I do have a lot of teas. And then I thought this would be good just to put bottles and things on, like vinegar and oil and things like that. And because it is a turntable. Anyway, so stay with me, and I'm going to show you what I do. Oh, I like it. You'll see why here in a second, why I'm not a professional organizer. It's a method that I use for when I'm finished with something. And you'll also see me drop that. That was probably one of 500 things I dropped. And so that right there is why. And you'll see in a minute how awful my kitchen had got before I was able to put it back together. This whole project took total probably 6 hours of actual working on it time. Then I did leave to go to the Dollar Tree and the Walmart and stuff. If you ever see me doing that little snap thing, that's just me thinking. Again, it's all about method. And you'll see here too, again, there's not a whole lot left of me doing this organizational stuff, because he wants to see me putting stuff in these containers, you know, and there's a lot of this like, okay, what do I do now? How do I want it to go back together? Because I do want it organized in a manner that makes sense. It's easy for everyone to get at. You know, I will readily admit, you'll see it in a minute, the tea. I don't think my tea is located in a good spot, but it was the only spot really that I could use. So anyway, there's that. You'll see that in just a second. So this is these are my teas, and they are on the top shelf, which they're kind of out of the way. But I don't drink them every single day. So it was just where it needs to go for now. And all the breakfast items I put on the top shelf because everyone can reach them. And anyway, you're about to see here in a second the baking section, and I'm real excited about that because I do enjoy baking, and it's nice to have it all, you know, together in one spot. Um, but anyway, in a few minutes it'll be over, and I just want to take a second and thank you for joining. I really had a good time doing this, and if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Oh shoot! I'm gonna move that for now. Move that for now. Move that. Oh my